What's up, jabroni? Steven here, and welcome to WWE Reacts, or Wrestling Reacts. Pretty much, it's my weekly news show where I sit down with you guys, go over the crazy news that happened in the wild world of wrestling, but mostly WWE, and we just have a discussion. I interact with you guys if you guys are in the chat. Same thing I do on Mondays and Tuesday nights if you guys are interested and are new to the channel. We'll be doing this for Backlash as well, a very live reaction of, not live reaction, but review right after. So today's news is going to be very interesting because it's a somber one. It's a very sad one if it's true. You guys see the title right there. Paige quits WWE, hires lawyers. So this was all because of a tweet that was done by Front Row Brian, and he says here, real Paige WWE quit WWE this week and has hired legal representation. Now, the reason she needed to hire the lawyers is, of course, because she is under contract. She can't quit. When you're under contract, you can't quit. You have to get your legal team involved. There was rumors about her being fired, which WWE debunked and said that that is not true. There was like a whole big thing about it, another article. For a while now, people have been saying that Paige is not happy. There have been the rumors about her being told she had to quit or had to stop dating Alberto Del Rio or she would be fired, which is kind of fucked up. But if we've seen her attitude lately, I guess it's been not great backstage. So the rumors have been saying that if she didn't quit, if she didn't leave Del Rio, she would be fired. WWE has, of course, said that that is not true. Paige, I believe, is about 23, 24 years old, still extremely young. But for her to already start to burn a bridge with WWE is not a good look for her. I don't know why she's doing this. I'm not sure what Alberto Del Rio is putting in her head, because of course he quit recently. I think he quit last week and we talked about that, which sucked because Alberto Del Rio is actually a good wrestler, and the fact that he quit because he was unhappy with the way they were treating him. Paige started doing weird things, and then she fell down on the roster, and now she's gonna quit. And I think her quitting is a bigger blow to the WWE, because think about how amazing Paige would have been on SmackDown. Like, putting her on SmackDown, putting her in the 6-women, what they're calling it, the 6-pack challenge at Backlash. Paige could have been amazing. Like, she could have done things. Her and Becky would have had an amazing rivalry. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys disagree with me, if you guys think that I'm right, if you guys are like, Steven, are you crazy? We don't need Paige. But pretty much, like, it upsets me because I don't know what's going through Paige's head right now, that she's like, oh, I can't be here anymore. I have to quit. I have to hire a legal team to figure out a way to get me out of this contract. Where's she gonna go? Like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of great promotions that Paige can make a lot of like decent good money in the, like, down there. Like, she can go to Ring of Honor, she can go to Lucha Underground, which is where probably Del Rio is gonna go because he already has a storyline there. She can go to New Japan. She can go to TNA, which a couple people from WWE have already ended up there. We got Damian Sandow over there as Aaron Stevens, or Rex Stevens, I think his name is. Cody Rhodes, who we just found out can't actually use the name Cody Rhodes over on TNA because the Rhodes last name belongs to WWE, according to what I was reading. So he's probably going to have to go as maybe Cody Reynolds or another name. So there's a lot of options for Paige, but it does suck that she is just putting herself in this really bad predicament over a guy. Like, I don't get it. Was she that unhappy before, like, the whole situation went down? Because she seemed like she won the championship twice, the Divas title. She had great rivalry with AJ Lee. It's just weird. It's just mind-boggling to me that Paige has put herself in that situation, and hopefully this isn't true. Hopefully somehow WWE is able to work something out with her. I kind of don't want her to get out of the contract because if she's that young, I'm assuming she signed one about a year or two ago. She might still have another year or two left on her contract, full years. So I'm hoping that they find a way to keep her and then she comes to her senses and figures things out. As for Del Rio, he's already left, so we'll figure out what happens there. But either way, that does very much suck. And I'm hoping Paige figures things out very soon. Alright, let's go to the next bit of news. And as always, guys, make sure you guys in the comments section below or in the live chat just leave me your opinions. Let me know what your thoughts are. I will definitely look at them on the side here and interact with you guys. But the next bit of news that we have here is that Sasha Banks is being criticized by staff because of the promo that she gave. Now, Sasha Banks gave a promo this week that many people could have taken an ill taste because of the fact that it was a very strong promo that gave hints of retirement. Like if she couldn't wrestle, she was going down through everything that she's been through, how the division has changed. And then what ended up happening is that it turned into a work. Like it had nothing to do with retirement. It just didn't make sense. And now some people are saying that it's messed up because of the Daniel Bryan situation, the Edge situation. There are several situations where people have needed to retire because of the fact that they just couldn't wrestle anymore due to injury, and it's devastating. Like when Edge retired, tears were in my eyes. Like I loved Edge. I love Edge. And Daniel Bryan, I get people were upset because he was still young, but like I grew up with Edge. I didn't really grow up with Daniel Bryan, so it wasn't as like affecting for me. But it sucked for Daniel Bryan too because he could have been something like even more amazing. He was already so over. So when Sasha Banks comes out, who's like I believe 24, 25 as well, and gives this whole speech, and then it turns out to be a swerve, and she just goes into, oh, there's this bad news for Charlotte or whatever. People got upset, and I don't think this was Sasha Banks wanting to do this, if I'm being honest. I think this was something to do with creative. I think creative gave her the story, and she ran with it. But yeah, it was an ill taste, especially for her who's had a couple concussions. She's had several injuries. People were already worried that she was already too injury prone. For her to be willing to do this story, or not willing because she might not have control over this, but her to do this story, it kind of sucks. But according to this, backstage wrestlers and other people on the roster are actually upset because of the way that this situation was handled. Let me see if I can read it here. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter via Wrestling Inc., much of the company's talent feels that the promo was in bad taste, as superstars having to end their careers early due to serious injuries is a very sensitive topic backstage, and it's something that wrestlers have to deal with far too often. So yeah, people aren't having it, which sucks, because might have people turn on Sasha if she it's people have compared this to the Mark Henry situation when he did the whole thing with John Cena. But I guess people are saying it's different because Mark Henry was older, he had a very storied career, he got to live out his prime and do his things. So I get why people were upset about that. And when it came to Sasha, she's super young and she's still like fresh. What's up, Isaac Gray 55? According to news here, Paige has hired lawyers because she has officially quit WWE, but she is under contract. And since she is under contract, she cannot actually quit. She's going to have to hire some lawyers and figure some shit out. So, I mean, the links are all in the description if you guys want to check them out. That's where I got all the links from. So, yeah. All right, so that's what we have to do with Sasha. Let me know what you guys think, if Sasha was in the wrong, if it was in bad taste, if this makes you like not like Sasha as much, if you're upset with more with creative. Let me know in the chat below or in the comments what your thoughts are. And I don't know. I mean, also, I'm curious what do you guys think? Where do you guys think that this leaves Paige? I mean, not Paige, Bayley, because Bayley's like, I thought she was gonna have a title match, but according to this, she does not. All right, let's move on. All right, hopping over to Shelton Benjamin's injury update. So, of course, Shelton Benjamin was supposed to be showing up on SmackDown a few weeks back. The rumors were saying that he was going to have some type of thing with American Alpha. Not sure what it was going to be. It could have been he was their manager. It could have been he had his own team, brought Charlie Haas back. I don't know. But he, of course, had a shoulder injury, had to get the surgery. And as you can see by a tweet he put out, I'm going to see if I can get to it here. Surgery complete, back home, still loopy. Happy the healing process is finally underway. So what people are predicting here is that he will be back in sometime in 2017. It's very likely he could return during the Royal Rumble event. Right now, it all depends on how his recovery time is. These injuries, I believe, usually take around 6 to 7 months, is what people were saying, or was it 4 to 6? I can't remember. But either way, sucks because I would have loved to have seen Shelton Benjamin back, especially in that SmackDown roster that has no depth to it. With Kurt Hawkins coming back, it's going to help it a little bit. But the way I know it has no depth is the fact that SmackDown right now, Backlash, its pay-per-view, has about 6 matches on it total. That's fucking insane. All right, so that's what happened with Shelton Benjamin. Hopefully he makes his way back very soon, and we get to have Shelton back in our lives, because we definitely need Shelton over on SmackDown. All right, moving on. Now this one's interesting because I don't even know where this rumor came from, but I've seen this rumor on several other notable sites. But backstage talk on WWE SmackDown is about getting a Cruiserweight division. Now, first off, giving them a Cruiserweight? Like, what are we doing? Like, there's already been rumors about people that Raw has already had coming up for the Cruiserweight, which is supposed to be debuting next week? Or the week after that? I think it's the week after that. But let's read this here. There has been backstage talk within WWE regarding the possibility of adding a Cruiserweight division to SmackDown. Vince McMahon wants both Raw and SmackDown to have the same number of champions. And if the Raw brand's Cruiserweight division is a success, then there is a possibility that we could see one added on the opposing brand as well. Now, I don't know how I feel about this right now. I mean, the way I'm thinking about it, not good. While WWE has picked a majority of the Raw Cruiserweight roster, they already have a couple names in mind they would bring in for the Cruiserweight Classic for the SmackDown division. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm thinking about this right now. I don't want this because I'm one of the guys that wanted SmackDown and Raw to have split not to split the women and tag divisions. I wanted one to take the women and one to take the tag. Reason being is that right now, both divisions, tag teams, things are decimated, and there could have been amazing ways for them not to like be decimated. Like you bring the club over to SmackDown. You send the Wyatts over to Raw. You leave the Wyatts as a tag team with Bray going solo and doing his thing. Well, not solo, but Bray doing his own solo career. Now you're saying that you want to bring the SmackDown division over, or the Cruiserweight division to SmackDown. Where is it going to fit? SmackDown is a 2-hour show. The women get about 20 to 25 minutes. The tag team division gets about 20 to 25 minutes. And then everything else is about the last 45 minutes because, of course, commercials. And SmackDown loves their commercials. They have about half an hour worth of it or whatever. So where would you put the Cruiserweights? It doesn't make any sense. If Vince really wants the same number of belts on both teams, maybe, just maybe, you bring back the hardcore title or bring back a different title. You know what I mean? Maybe bring back like a TV title where it's a SmackDown title that is defended every single SmackDown. That could be awesome. Like a TV title that's defended every single week. That would be awesome. I would be so down for that. As for the Cruiserweights, I don't want them on SmackDown. I think that Raw has a good half hour that they can dedicate to this, and it would work well. So that's how I feel about that. All right, let's continue on here. As always, guys, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts on this as well. All right, so this is just a simple one. I just wanted to put this up because I think it's like a nice little story here. I'll close this up. WWE hires Scotty to Hotty. Don't get your hopes up. It's not for any type of in-ring action. His name is Scott Garland, and of course people know him from Too Cool with Rikishi and Grandmaster Sexy. And according to this, he was a firefighter when he wasn't wrestling, or what he's been doing for the past couple of years. Garland got back on WWE's radar in 2014 when he and Brian Christopher were brought back for NXT Arrival for a match against The Ascension. Didn't know that. Wait, did I know that? Did I see that? I might have seen that. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Scott Garland. They have hired him to be at the Performance Center as a coach or something like that. Is what I read. Let me see. A Performance Center as a guest trainer in recent months. Okay, so he's been training, kind of a coach. I'm not sure what this video is. Let's find out together. Let's hit that. Let's watch this video together. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's just a Scotty to Hotty impression. Okay, it's just one of the guys. All right. All right, that's cool. Yeah, so I'm cool with this because, of course, I think Billy Gunn and Road Dogg got in hot water with WWE, and they, of course, are not in the Performance Center right now as coaches. Hey, what's up, Suplex? Just going over the news, which is what I do weekly on Thursdays or Fridays, but I have something else planned for this week's Friday, so I decided to do it tonight. Tomorrow you'll be getting my predictions for Backlash. Saturday you'll be getting another top 10 related to wrestling somehow. So if you have any, all of the stories I'm talking about are in the description. So if you have any opinions on any of those stories, make sure you guys let me know, and we'll have a conversation once I'm done reading these stories. I only have about 2 stories left. If you guys have any that you want me to talk about, let me know. Hit me up with those stories, and I'll see what they're about. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So the Cesaro versus Sheamus match number 4 was a dark match, and on Raw this week's review, I talked about how I was confused as to what they were gonna be doing with the Cesaro Sheamus match, because I was like, why is it a dark match? But I mean, it's a dark match. People were worried. I mean, I was worried that maybe since it was a dark match, it wasn't gonna matter, and they were going to be putting this behind them because this is going nowhere and nobody cares. I know Steve from Stephen Larson over on Going in Raw, he wanted this to be a sweep, and that would have made him like Sheamus. I thought that was funny, because Cesaro and Sheamus, like if Sheamus would have won this, like it would have, like Sheamus needs this more. People already like Cesaro. They were saying Sheamus needed it more, so I don't know. But yeah, so this is going to continue. I'm assuming match number 5 will be on Raw. Match number 6 will be, let me see, we're 2 Raws. Oh, maybe this is why they did it. I think we're 2 Raws away from Clash of Champions. So if they put one of them as a dark match, then the next one on Raw and the one on the following Raw, then maybe the number 7 can be at Clash of Champions. So yeah, that's I mean, it's fine. This is people have seemed to like this because of the in-ring action. Like the in-ring action in these matches have been really good, and I've enjoyed the matches as well. My main problem is that there's no real, what's the reason for fighting for this? They say that you get a championship offer or some type of championship thing, but they don't say which one. Do any of us want any of these 2 guys to go against Rusev? If they do go against Rusev, what the fuck does that mean for Roman? Like, Roman, is he not in the United States Championship picture anymore? What the fuck's going on? Like, I thought Roman was being punished, or like, I don't know. It's weird. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that, go through that a little bit. And the final story that I have here is something that WWE put on their website, and a couple people have picked up, is that WWE signed 7 new recruits from China. And something that people were saying is that there aren't many Chinese wrestlers. I think that they signed their first one a couple weeks ago, which is all, of course, Triple H is doing, or he's like the man behind the camera. So I'm not going to pronounce these names. These are all names I can't say. Were all discovered earlier this year during a 4-day tryout held in Shanghai, and will begin training at the Performance Center in January of 2017. The signing of these new recruits further cements WWE's long commitment in China. In June, WWE announced an exclusive multi-year distribution agreement with PPTV to deliver its flagship shows of Raw and SmackDown in Mandarin and all that stuff. Bam. Let's see. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm cool with this. More talent, the better. New Japan is like a big thing. I know these guys aren't Japanese, but still, New Japan is a big thing right now, and it's always been a big thing, but it's a big deal. People want more different cultures in wrestling, so having these guys all come over and possibly get over and be great. I'm seeing here we have one woman, and 6 men. So I don't know. I'm cool with this, and it's better. More talent, the better. The more talent, the better. As long as, I'm assuming, giving them some coaching when it comes to English language and all that, and you can make them good. Because I'm cool with Shinsuke barely talking. I'm cool with that. But you can't have every foreign person that comes over that can't speak English well not talk. Like, Hideo Itami, he talks pretty well. I like when I like his story right now on NXT with Austin Aries. I'm digging that. So I'm definitely cool with that. Supreme Suplex, you're wondering if the 7 Chinese wrestlers will be put on Raw? Is that what you're saying, or are you talking about something else? Because I think you split them. I mean, we're a ways away. Like, we're a ways from these guys coming up. At least 1 to 2 years before any of them coming up. Like, what I do, straight up, there's possibly some cruiserweights up in here. You make maybe 1 or 2. You make 2 of these guys tag team, like a tag team. You split the rest of them up. Like, you can do things with this. Bring in a new talent, bring in diversity to both shows. Now that WWE is going to be over in China with like this new deal, putting people of Chinese descent into these things would make sense. Adding those stories in there, I'm definitely down for that. Well, that brings us to the end of the stories that I have. But if anybody in here wants to ask me something, or wants me to, or has their own opinion on what's about the stories that talked about today, I could only find a couple. You'll be getting my predictions video tomorrow, which I'm not sure when. I don't know. The reason I put the prediction video up today is because I was actually waiting to see if they would add matches to Backlash, because Backlash right now has 6 matches. There's no way they're having a pay-per-view with 6 matches. So that's the reason I wanted to wait for tomorrow at least to get the video up. And then Saturday I'll be doing I think I'm going to make a video called Top 10 Moments of the Week for WWE in regards to everything. The Supreme Suplex wants to know what I think of MVP. So MVP, I never gravitated towards him when I watched him. He always had a gimmick that I didn't like. I found him kind of boring, honestly, when I did watch him. He had the Matt Hardy rivalry, which was pretty cool, but it turned into kind of a joke sometimes when they were just competing to see who was better at whatever sport. I know he's a pretty good wrestler, but I don't know. It never really gravitated towards me. Really, like I know he had the United States Championship for a while. I think that's the biggest belt he had. Was he in a tag team with Matt also? I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, I never really gravitated towards MVP. I'm curious in the chat, like, who are your favorite? Like, we'll stick to. Well, first off, who are your favorite wrestlers of all time? I'm curious. If you're in the chat right now, let me know your favorite wrestlers of all time. My favorite wrestler of all time, I don't really have like super ones. Like I love tag teams, like New Age Outlaws, the Hardy Boys. Like I love those two. When it came to solo, I was a big Stone Cold fan. Not a big Rock fan back in the day. I didn't appreciate The Rock a lot back in the day when I was younger. I appreciate The Rock a lot now more, and when I go back and watch his stuff, he's amazing. Of course, Jericho, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit. Like, actually, there's a story. Actually, maybe I talk about this. Maybe let me bring this up. Cross face. There's actually a story that we could talk about, which is actually saying, bam. So Chris Benoit, his movie that has been getting shopped around and people have been like trying to figure out if they were going to do this movie, called Crossface, has actually got its director, and the movie is actually going to be made. It's called Crossface, being directed by Lexi Alexander. I don't know much about Lexi Alexander, and I'm like a huge movie buff, like movie guy. I know she did Punisher Warzone, and I think that's like her major things. Like recently, she's directed a couple things for TV. Let's see what I have here. Yeah, but I guess she's like a really, on social media, she's like a really big presence. So I don't know. I'm super pumped to see how they're gonna tackle this Benoit story though. Yeah, but like I was a huge fan of Benoit, huge fan of Kurt Angle. Who else did I like a lot? That like Edge and Christian were amazing. I don't know. I can't really think of many wrestlers that I got like that would be beyond that. Like, because there was the Attitude Era did have a lot of really bad stuff, like as well as some good stuff. Like I honestly wasn't a fan of Mark Henry and his Sexual Chocolate. I liked when he had his like World's Strongest Man thing. Wasn't a fan of Val Venus. I liked Scotty, Too Hotty, and Too Cool for what they were, like their gimmick. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure who my favorite wrestler of all time is. Like, I love Macho Man as well. But I didn't really grow up on Macho Man. I didn't start watching wrestling until probably like the mid to late like 97, around there, 96 is when I started to watch wrestling. So I didn't really have the gold, like I don't know what's that era called, like that golden era of wrestling when it comes to like Hogan and all that. So Aaron Penflor, I think that's your name. Your favorite wrestler of all time is probably the American Badass Undertaker. Oh man, you're probably in the minority on that one. Like, I liked him, but I think people have like a bad taste for the American Badass Undertaker because it was just so different than his like undead character. But yeah, I mean, ask me some questions. If not, then or I might get out of here. But I would love to get your input. So for Supreme Suplex, it's a tie between the Yeti and Rey Mysterio and Scotty to Hotty. All right, the Yeti, come on, dude. The Yeti, like, nobody likes the Yeti, dude. That's a joke. That's like oh man. I mean, if you do, good for you, man. Like, but I don't know anybody that likes the Yeti or even remembers the Yeti in a positive light. Rey Mysterio was awesome. My brothers like really love Rey Mysterio. Like, they were Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy guys. Like hardcore, like they were from that, like they loved like that crazy shit. And I did too. I love that crazy shit. Who's your current favorite wrestlers right now, or of the last 5 years, besides CM Punk? Of course, I don't throw out CM Punk. I mean, let's see like actual wrestlers. Hey man, Aaron, you can't be calling them divas anymore. They're not divas. They're women wrestlers. My favorite wrestler of SmackDown and Raw right now. So right now, my favorite wrestler on Raw is Sasha Banks, by a landslide. Like, I like Bayley. My brother loves Bayley. Like, that's his favorite wrestler right now, and of the women. But like, I love Sasha Banks. I love her. Like, I love her theme music. I love her finisher. I think she has one of the best finishers in of any of men or women. Like her backstabber into the crossface. Love it. For SmackDown, the only real person on SmackDown that I actually like, now I got like two. My favorite two wrestlers, female wrestlers on SmackDown are Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss. Like, I actually really like Alexa Bliss. I don't know if many people like her, but like, I really dig Alexa Bliss. I think she's gorgeous. I think she's tiny, she's spry, she plays that villain really well. My most disappointing person on SmackDown is Carmella, because I actually liked Carmella on NXT. I thought she did a good job, but when she came up, they had her in her trying to be Enzo, and I think they ruined her for a little bit. But I actually liked her, and now I just can't stand her. I'm glad they made her heel because I'm starting to grow on her. But yeah, I would say Becky and then Alexa Bliss. But Alexa Bliss, like, I really like her. And as for the women who are in NXT that I really like, not a lot there. I mean, of course, you have Asuka. Who else do you guys on there? I don't know. I want to say Liv Morgan, but in honesty, if I'm being real, I just think Liv Morgan is hot as hell. Like, Liv Morgan to me is just gorgeous. So I've only seen her wrestle once or twice, but I follow her on Instagram, so I just see a bunch of her amazing pictures. But yeah, right now I like what's that new girl's name? Ember Moon. Man, with her finisher, I was like, her finisher is fucking amazing. I loved her finisher. I thought she was fucking, like, I saw that finisher, I was like, holy shit. So I'm probably gonna start liking her a lot. I actually didn't watch NXT yet, but I'm gonna watch NXT probably after I do this, just to get a sense of what happened. I don't even know what happened on NXT. Aaron Shinsuke is my favorite right now. His theme song, in my opinion, is one of my favorite themes of all time. Supreme Suplex hates Nia Jax. I would love to know why you hate Nia Jax. Please let me know why you hate Nia Jax. I'm very curious, because you're not alone. My brother doesn't like Nia Jax either, for a very simple reason. I'll let you guys know why he doesn't like her. And I mean, I don't love her. I don't love Nia Jax, but let me fix something here real quick. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Trying to fix this. It's not working. Whatever. We'll leave it like that. That'll work. Yeah, my brother doesn't like Nia Jax like either, and I mean I'll say it. She simple. She's way too OP. OP. What do you mean by OP? I don't know what that means. But my brother doesn't like her because, and I get it, and I understand. When it comes to like big wrestlers, like overweight wrestlers, I've never really liked many of them at all. Like I've never been like a huge fan of big fat wrestlers. Like wrestlers like me, I would not be a fan of because I'm the type of wrestler the way I'm a big guy. You can't do much with me. Like that's why I love Kevin Owens because Kevin Owens is like a big guy who does all these amazing moves. But Nia Jax, if you watch her every single match I've seen her in, all of them, once against Asuka, Bayley, her squash matches, everything she does, I agree she is overpowered and you can't do much stuff with her besides hit her, which is my problem with Big Show and wrestlers like that. Even Kane, well, not Kane, better, but like Big Show. Big Show now is just kind of like he can't do much. And Nia Jax, she's at a weight or a size that not many female wrestlers can do anything against her. Like when she was going against Bayley, that's why Bayley had to use like a chokehold on her. It's just not something that like I love to see. But this is like this, if she was a man or a guy, I just don't like seeing it. Like Braun Strowman, I felt the very same way. But when I saw Braun Strowman fight this week against Sin Cara, for like small glimpses, I was like, oh shit, I kind of like that. Aaron wants to see Cass versus Strowman versus Mark Henry versus Kane versus Big Show in the slowest match ever made. Lodi, I don't think anybody wants to see that match. Let's see. I don't have any more news that we can talk about. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys know, but like, you guys can follow me on Twitter, and I occasionally talk on there about stuff. So you guys can follow me on Twitter at it's geeked out Steven. So instead of Nation, just put Steven at the end of it, and that is me. Yeah, so I'm glad you guys interacted with me today. I'm glad you guys had a great conversation with me today. I love talking with you guys and just having conversations about wrestling. So if you guys don't have any more questions, I'm gonna get out of here. I tried to fix the chat a little bit, so hopefully that's cool with you guys. Right now it's a bit overlaid. I'm trying to fix it. Let me see. I gotta figure out how to fix this. I don't know. I'll fix it later. It's fine. But if you guys don't have any more questions, I'm gonna get out of here. Been on for 45 minutes. Once I cut out the beginning of this, which of course is funny because YouTube keeps hitting me with these copyright strikes for music that I have the right to use, and I find that to be hilarious. So that's why I'm never able to cut out the beginning for a while. But hopefully they'll be able to not copyright this one because I've been fighting it for so long. Ron Simmons, so APA guy, I liked him. He was awesome. APA was awesome. They had like these funny gimmicks that I liked a lot. Like they were like the hustlers and the guys at the bar. I liked them a lot. I thought they were fun. Man, there was a lot of good tag teams like throughout the years. Right now, the tag team divisions are kind of lacking because they split them up. I wish they wouldn't have done that. But all right, I'll give it about maybe 2-3 more minutes. Sin Cara is buried, and so is Kalisto. Kalisto is actually hurt. I heard today. Kalisto is actually hurt. Sin Cara had a fight against Braun Strowman. I think they're gonna run with that. And I think the two will probably fight back and forth, just because of the way that it ended, where Sin Cara didn't actually. The way he lost was by countout. Do you play WWE Supercard? Nope, I do not play WWE Supercard. I tried to download it. It just was not fun for me. In any way, honestly. I couldn't get into it. It was boring. Because all you had to do was have an overpowered card. I wish it was more like, just because I'm really nerdy and corny, but I wish it was more like Pokemon, where you have the card and you're allowed to fight and do moves. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I wish it was like. If that's how it is now, I didn't know that. But that's not how it was before. Give me a second. Let me try if I can fix this, because this just bothered me. Bam. No, wait, what's this? Yeah, we'll keep that right there. not sure how to do this. Maybe we'll put this up a little bit and move this high. All right, what we got here? It's not. So you're saying that it's not like Pokemon? Yeah, it's not like Pokemon. That's why I don't like it. So it's too boring. Like, you just, whatever card you get is the card that you throw out there. It's like, oh, I have the stronger card, so I just throw it out there and that's how I win. Like, I'd rather there be some type of like fighting system. Like, if there was like a fighting system where like think about it like Pokemon. Like, if you've ever played Pokemon, the card game, how everybody has a move set, they have their attributes and stuff like that. That's how it should be, and that's how if they did it like that, I would actually have a lot of fun with Supercard. But I tried playing it for a while. I just could not get into it. I know Luge plays it a lot. She plays it a ton on her channel. I literally can't get into it. I've tried a couple times. It's just not my thing. I'm super pumped for WWE 2K. Of course, that looks fucking amazing. They put that trailer out today. I was gonna do a review for that trailer, but I was like, whatever. The trailer was just like it didn't really show that much. I mean, it showed stuff, but like all stuff I already knew about the game. So I'm super pumped about that. Kind of found out today that Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson aren't even in the game, which is like joke to me. But yeah, I don't know. Man, have a nice night or day, whatever you live. Thanks for the awesome stream. Thanks, man. Thanks, Aaron. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get out of here in about a minute or two as well. Thanks for getting on here with me and having a conversation, making the stream really awesome. Due to once I got to a legendary, it was hard to move up. I don't know. I don't even know how it ranks. Right now I'm not even sure what to do. Like, I'm probably gonna watch NXT. If I'm bored, I might come back on here and actually hang out with you guys for a little bit more. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the beginning of the video where we went over the news and stuff. And also hope you guys enjoyed this chat part. If you guys ever want to like send me questions or anything, be on here. If I get enough questions through Twitter, I'll start answering them during the reviews or during videos. But if not, then I will be putting up. The next time I'll be streaming will be Sunday night after Backlash. I'll be streaming that, the review right after that. Then, of course, we have Sunday, then we have Monday, then we have Tuesday. I'll be streaming all those days as well. And then I will also be streaming on Thursday or Friday with the reaction news show that I do here. And occasionally I'll stream some video games. That's what I'm gonna be doing. The video games I won't leave the video games up. I won't leave them up as live, so those will be private. But I'll leave this up because there's a conversation. It is me going through news and stuff. So, but as always, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button on the channel, share it, let people know my channel is still relatively small because it's small. I mean, I still haven't been, like, I just started getting into wrestling over the last few months. Let people know that I do wrestling. If you enjoy my stuff, let people know. And as always, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.